Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to another Cars 3 diecast review. Today, here we have Bubba Wheelhouse, the next generation racer, Transberry Juice. So without any further ado, let's get right into the review of him. He is in 2017 Cars 3 Singles Case K. The entire list of contents are in the description below. And so I found one at Walmart in the United States, and the other one I got on eBay before that. But it works out well because I only found one of Bubba, Ryan, and Chase at Walmart. So now I have one to keep in the package and one to open, which is what I do for pretty much everything except for big box sets. But even that, sometimes, like you can see in the background there, I have extras of those as well. But anyway, you have your typical Cars 3 design here, red and black, Bubba Wheelhouse name tag. On the back, you have the description that reads, blindsided by a new generation of piston cut racers, Lightning McQueen finds himself suddenly pushed out of the sport he loves. To get back on top, he will need the help of a young race technician, inspiration from the late fabulous Hudson Hornet, and guidance from a few old friends along the way. So, we also have Rust-eze's Lightning McQueen, I reviewed him, Ryan inside Laney, Pileup, Patty, Chase Racelott, and Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet. The link for both of these, Ryan and Chase, will be in the description below if you want to check those reviews out. And I will be reviewing Patty pretty soon. I already reviewed Pileup and Doc as well, but since they aren't really related to Bubba, their links are just not going to be on the video, but you can check them out on the channel. So I'll be right back with this awesome guy opened up, but probably not as cool as Ryan or Chase, and that's why I decided to do him last. And you guys decided for me to do him last pretty much because of the poll on my review of Chase. So I'll open him up real quick. Okay, so here's Bubba out of the package, looking fantastic, and let's start with talking about his appearance in Cars 3. So obviously, as you guys know, he's voiced by Bubba Wallace, who's a real-life NASCAR driver, and in real life, he's apparently best friends with the voice actor for Ryan inside Laney, who is Ryan Blaney. So there's a cool picture of them together, the car, and of course, the real-life counterpart. Now, I did like a test over the course of when I reviewed Chase here. Ryan and Bubba now will be my third test, my third trial. So basically, I posted on Instagram the thumbnail for Ryan and Chase, and I was like, I'll be reviewing this guy in like an hour or so, because I usually post like a couple hours or so before I review it, so Instagram followers get a sneak peek. And I tagged Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney, and I wanted to see if they would like the picture. I mean, it's a pretty fancy. I like sparked it up so it's like shiny and everything, and neither of them liked it. So it was kind of disappointing, but maybe Bubba Wallace will like my picture. I'm looking forward to it. Like, I have my fingers crossed. Hopefully he does. I mean, I don't really care either way. I know they're busy, but really just like check the tag. Like, if I get tagged in a picture, I usually go and like the picture unless it's something weird. Like, I just don't like the post where it's like, I'm tagging 15 of my best friends, and if they don't repost this, they're not a true friend. I don't like those. Like, I don't agree with that, but if you do, you know, that's fine. Anyway, so this guy appeared a couple times throughout the movie. He had two lines, one in reference to McQueen's kind of disappearance, but I forgot what it was, and then he complimented Cruz Ramirez at the end of the race. Of the Florida 500, of course. So it's kind of like they're all friends except for Jackson Storm. He's like discriminated out of the group because he's such a jerk. But anyway, Bubba has only been released as a single in Case K, so he may be released in the future. I wouldn't be surprised because obviously he does speak in the movie, and therefore he's a supporting character. So as I'm sure you guys are aware of, since Bubba is the next gen Transberry Juice racer, he obviously had to replace the Cars 3 stock car Transberry Juice racer, who will be released next year. There's a cool picture of him. He was featured in my 2018 mainline breakdown video, so if you'd like to check that out, link will be below. And now that guy replaced Lee Revkins, who is the Cars 1 Transberry Juice racer. Fun fact, Chick Hicks actually kind of knocked him and punched him out. He spun out then to gain second place behind the king in Cars 1. So poor Lee Revkins. But Now that whole legacy is coming to completion once we get the stock car, and then I believe they're releasing the crew chief and the pity for Transberry Juice next year, so that will be awesome. As you can see in the background, we have a semi and a factory custom crew chief. I'll get to those later on in the video, but first we'll start with just the next gen designs, and then we'll compare them to Cars 1 stock car. So you just have this really two-tone design going throughout him, which is really awesome. And it's not too visible from the packaging because you see him like this and the two-tone's low. So maybe that's why people don't like him as much. But I feel like out of the package, he does shape up at least to Ryan inside Laney. He's not as good as Chase, no way Jose, but he is pretty nice and maybe equivalent to Ryan Blaney with this two-tone design. So it's kind of like a lavender blue, almost like a matte blue kind of down here. You got the vents, you got your frown as usual, like on most next gens. His expression is very similar to the other ones, you know, same frown. The eyes are a little bit lower, and then you have Chase. Looks like Chase is just a little bit different. They're spread apart more. Then you have Tim, who is pretty much the same as Bubba. Yeah, maybe a little bit lower the eyes are, and they're a little further apart. But all in all, you know, you have the mean expressions on the next gens. Then you have the grill there, the cool headlights there with the blue accent. And someone commented on my last review of Ryan Laney here and said that that blue is like Hamilton, you know, that was in Lightning McQueen. And I thought that was pretty cool because it definitely looks like that. The two-tone continues onto the hood there, and I have to say, it took me like a solid, I don't know, 2 seconds to realize what TJ was. I'm like, TJ, that reminds me of the green SUV, the green Hummer, I mean. I'm like, TJ, Transberry Juice, oh, that makes sense now. So, of course, they abbreviated it, just like how they did on Vitoline with the V there. So, Transberry Juice in the two-tone there, engraved, so it's like the metallic bluish purple, which is basically his main body color. You have some circles there. They're very hard to see, but they are there. I think that's a good angle, which is cool because it's Transberry Juice, so it's kind of like fizzy, and so the bubbles are supposed to represent that. On the side here, you have the yellow stripe, which then turns into all the fizzy bubbles, which is awesome. I think that's the best part about him, and then it just kind of fades to smaller and less frequent bubbles there. His contingency sponsors are the Piston Cup, Combustor, Carbon Cyber, and Synergy. You have black rims there with black Lightyear tires, very thin white text then, or there I should say. The 6 is within the yellow there. You have the yellow arrow to indicate to the picker where to lift Bubba up at to do work on the undercarriage. And there's the base while we're here if you're interested. Then you have the exhaust pipes. You have some more bubbles that aren't yellow. They're just kind of like normal colors. Then you have the two-tone thing going on again here on this side and on that side as well. 6 on the roof. You have 2 roof flaps. And now this is one of those where the number changed from 63 to 6 because Bubba Wallace's number in real life is 6, so they had to change it, of course, and that goes for the stock car Cars 3 Transberry Juice Racer. That's a mouthful. Then you have a small Transberry Juice logo there and there, and you can see how much it has changed from the Cars 1 version. On the spoiler there, it's pretty cool. I think it's a brand new spoiler that we've never seen before. As you can see, it's kind of boxy. It doesn't have like the flares on either side. It's just kind of like squared off, but that's okay with me. Lots of bubbles in there. On the back, you have the rookie stripes, which are more orange than yellow, but I'm okay with that. Then you have TJ there again in yellow, which is nice to see. A new logo. 6 over here in kind of like a lavender. And that's pretty much all for him. Unfortunately, though, I think he's identical on both sides. Yeah, I think he is. Whereas on Ryan here, he actually is different. So you notice where the blue stripe is there? It's different. And same thing goes for Chase. Chase and Ryan are the only next gens to have a design like that. And since, you know, these three kind of go together, I was kind of expecting Bubba to have the same, but sadly, that is not the case today. So now let's compare him to Lee Revkins here. So obviously the purple is less vivid and it's more of like a blue now, but yellow is still a primary color of the branding. And you can just see how like the designs are so different now. You don't have like the oil can where you drink it from, that is gone. You still have like the bubbles, but they're like solid now instead of being like more realistic bubbles or just kind of like representative bubbles, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like this swirl here thing is gone. Of course, it's so simple there on the hood. Like, it doesn't even have like the logo. It's just TJ. Like, that's what I love about the next gens. They're just so simple. Black rims on both. It's a lot less busy, of course, on the next gen. 63.6. Seems like the fonts are pretty similar, just less. It's just kind of like engraved into the yellow stripe there. Similar placement of the Transberry Juice logos there toward the back. Gas cap. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Let me know in the comment section below, do you prefer Lee Revkins or Bubba Wheelhouse? Now for this one, this is actually kind of like a tough one for me because I really do like the vivid purple on Lee and all the bubbles and everything. But yeah, I have to go with Bubba because just how awesome the two-tone looks and next gen Cars 3. You gotta go with Bubba. So now let me just compare him real quick to the other models that are, you know, the other cars that are his same model, which there are 5 in total. Harvey Rodcap. Of course, Ryan, Chase, and Tim Treadless back here. We'll just do a little swap-de-doo. Swap-de-doo. Tim, you're in there now. So they're all the same model, but you do have obviously different paint jobs. All have different spoilers and slightly different expressions. Yeah, all of them do have different spoilers, which is actually... I don't know. Are they different? I'm just going to say they're different. I feel like they are, just slightly. I feel like Harvey's is like a little thicker. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, here is the whole Transberry Juice team as of now. Of course, next year we'll have probably at least 3 more members, being the stock car from Cars 3, another crew chief, well, the real one. This is a factory custom. And a pity, of course, because they all have Amazon links, as I talked about in my 2018 video, so check that out like I already told you guys to do so if you're interested. So these 3 go together, of course. This guy was released early last year. He's coming up on his 1-year anniversary. He does have a name, just Transberry Juice Semi or Cab. I forgot which one they called it. And he's kind of weird because he's like two-tone as well, but it's not really meant to be. It's like a different pink or purple, and then you have like dark purple, so that looks kind of weird. And that purple, like none of the purples even match the purple on Lee. And same thing with the factory custom. It's like a darker purple. But, you know, they all do look kind of nice together from a distance. And, you know, it's just nice to have like a factory custom like this to represent the crew chief, even though I know he doesn't have the headset. But, you know, you can't have everything in this world because Mattel won't give it to you. Maybe they will eventually, but they're definitely making us wait for all the, like, pitties and crew chiefs. And Bubba looks alright in with the gang here, but he's definitely the outcast. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And why did the lighting get weird there? I don't know why. There we go, looking better now. I will see you guys next time for another video. I don't know what it'll be, but I will show you that. See you guys. Bye now.